Hi everyone, welcome to the last part of our Mossy Isles video from Magical Worlds by Johanna Basford. Now we have a lot of little bits to do today, so I think it could take a little while just because there's lots of little details. I can't decide whether to start at the top or the bottom, so I think I'm just going to start with the water because that's the bit that I'm sort of thinking I'm not really sure what to do with. There we go. So I'm having a look. We've got a different just looking at the colours, I am going to start with the sky colour. Where are you? Is it that one? There it is. It's quite a sort of bluish turquoise-ish colour, and I don't know whether, and I think I'm going to use this as a base and then do some darker blue in some areas. I'm just going to sharpen it, and I don't want it down too hard. I'm going to start here. We're going to do all of these little details. It's fortunately fairly vibrant, so I don't have to press too hard because, as I said, I want to add some other colours, and I need to make sure that I can do that by not pressing down too hard as I put down this layer. I hope everyone's doing well today. I am. I'm feeling good. I might have had a cough. I was just clearing my throat. I'm absolutely fine. I did have a weird sore throat the other day, and it just lasted for about an hour and went away, so that was good. Happy about that. Yeah, we haven't, fingers crossed, managed to get any of the things that are going round yet, which is good. The boys didn't get freshers flu this year, so it's all really good. I did get a bit of muscle ache the other week, and that was it, where I was sweeping leaves and things, but you know, it's all good, so it's great. My son is feeling a bit poorly today, but I think he's fine. Right, now I'm going to get a darker colour to sort of do the edges. I'm just going to have a look at what I've got. The storm blue is rather nice. Trying to find it though. Where is it? Is that it? Yeah. I'm going to sharpen it because it needs to be on the edges, so it needs to be sharp. Let's get it properly sharp. There we are. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to scumble it around the edges. So we'll start here where you can perhaps see a little more clearly. So just a little scumble around the edge like that, and sort of fade it in. It's quite dark, isn't it? It's a bit darker than I had expected, to be honest, but it's okay. So I'm going to gently fade it like that. I'm concentrating now. Can you talk and concentrate? Try to. Sometimes I just can't. My husband really struggles. Some people don't know how you can do this. People can do this. Some people can't. They actually have to record their I'm just going to go around the bottom there. They have to record their voiceover after. Can't do it at the same time. I usually can. Only when it's really fiddly do I struggle. And even then I just persevere and hope that it's going to work. So what I think we're going to have to do here is to have a sort of intermediary colour where we can mix in, or actually I think I can probably use the sky and just sort of put an extra layer around the edge. I think that might work. We'll see. I think it's because I sharpened it too sharp. A bit here and a bit here as well, where the fish is. Okay, now I'm going to go back to my sky, and I'm going to go over the top of that darker bit. Just try to smush it in a bit more into what we've got here already. I still want to leave some areas a bit lighter, but just the areas that aren't near this darker colour. So here I'll take this in a bit, but we'll probably have a lighter area somewhere in the middle of most of it, not down here. There's no space. Not going to worry about those, I think they're fine. Just heard a train go by. Thought I was going to be there picking up my son, but he's feeling a little bit better. There we go. So the centre part is still a little bit lighter. I think I'll just do under the fish. Actually, a bit like that. There we go. Yeah, I think that'll do. I don't think we do need the intermediary colour. I do need to tidy up that bit there though, and that bit there. That's better. Right, being fussy. Okay, so there's our water. Should we do our fish? Might as well. Now, I am not going to do him orange. You'll be surprised to hear. I always do my fish orange. I'm trying to find the colour I want. Oh, here they are. He's going to be eggplant purple instead. I don't want him to stand out. If he's orange, he's going to like stand right out from that blue water, and I don't want him to stand out like that. So here it is, eggplant, and I'll come in a bit closer so you can see, because he's gone a bit blue, which is part of the reason for using the eggplant. So I think I'm just going to fade it upwards a bit like that, and then on the scales fade it down towards the bottom. I might just leave a white bit on the tip just because they're so small, it's really hard to fade. Put a light bit there. I'm going to make that fin lighter, tail dark, that bit of the tail lighter. There we go. There he is. Just make that a bit darker. Okay, so there's our fish. It's quite simple. Right, we have a few rocks which I'm going to work on here. Oops, sorry. I'm just trying to, my pencil case, I think I need to push my book. There we go, sorry. I'll just make you all seasick. I'm going to use the spider web for some of them. It's actually one of our original Black Widow pencils. Are they turtle eggs? I'm going to make them darker at the bottom and lighter as we go up to the top. I think they are rocks. And then the other two in a slightly darker colour. What have we got? We could use the dim grey. That's a dark grey. Where is it? There it is. I can hear dustbins being moved around again. I've just got pencil everywhere. Dim grey. So again, a bit darker at the bottom and lighter at the top. I want to make sure you can see that it's a different shade of grey. It's really quite subtle actually, isn't it? Okay, now where? Maybe we should just start at the bottom. So we've got these florals. Now what colour are you going to go for? Well, I had thought that I was going to give it an autumnal theme, but now the water is blue and the fish is purple. I'm thinking maybe will that work with autumn? Probably. So we could do our flowers sort of oranges and peaches or reds, and our toadstools reds with some yellow flowers, and keep it all looking a bit more autumnal palette-y. But I'm not sure, but I think I will do these flowers peachy coloured because I like it, so why not? What should we choose? The saffron, I think. Try and find it. That's the peach candy. Alright, cream. I need to find it. This way a bit. Is that it? No, there it is. Sorry. Oh, got it. Got it at last. Saffron. And I shall sharpen it. I think my sharpener is getting really full. There we go. Now, I think I might just fade them downwards. Like that. I do like this colour. And it's in from the skin tones. I guess you could use it on a pale skin to sort of lighten and brighten, but I just really like it, just as a colour in its own right sort of thing. Now I've just realised I've got a little window here, and we really should remember to do, there's 2 of them, 3 of them, so we need to remember to put some light in the window, so we'll do that next. There we go. It's really simple. You can add a bit more if you want. I just like it like that. I am going to use the egg yolk. Is that it? No. There it is. Egg yolk for our windows. So nice and bright and welcoming, because I think they look a bit like jail cells. Sorry, Johanna. If we make them bright, they look a bit more welcoming. And then we'll go up and do this one. And then there's one here. Now we've also got some in the building at the top. I'm going to do those at the same time. So we've got this one and this one. And now inside the door, I like to have it looking really warm and welcoming. Now this light here, I'm just going to do that bit, and then these. I think that's all of it. So we'll do a bit more with that light when we come back and actually do the castle proper. But we're going to come back down here and do our turtle. Now, turtle shell. Well, a browny green maybe? A dark colour though. Charcoal green. That might work. It's more of a grey green, but I think it's going to work. Where are you? Charcoal green? Is that you there? Nope. There it is. So I'm going to just use this green for all the shell. So sharpen it. I'm going to start with the little sectors. So I'm going to go around the edge of each one in quite a dark line, like that, and then put less towards the middle, like that, and do the same on each one. Tortoise or turtle? What do you reckon? I don't know. There we go. Oh, that one didn't work so well. This one's really narrow. I do my best. And then this bit here, I'm going to make it dark there and a bit lighter at the top. Oh, now I think his body might be a bit of a lighter colour. I'm going to go for the iceberg. I don't use this colour very often. There we go. Oh, it looks a bit blue. I'll have to have a look at that. No, I think it's okay. I'm just going to go and empty my sharpener actually. I'll just stop the video a minute. Right, let's do some mushrooms now. That's better. better. Got a nice empty sharpener. Now I might use some of the greys that we used for our rocks, although it's quite close by. Maybe we won't. Maybe we use the brown fog actually. That's in a separate pile on my desk. So I remembered what I used for my cliffs, whatever they are, brown fog. I'm going to use that for these stems. It is so dark today. I just went next door. It is 2:15, and I popped next door to empty the sharpener. It's as dark as it should be evening, you know, need the lights on. In here I've got the main light on, I've got my lamp on, the blinds open, you've got the light from the curtain, and I just don't know how dark the video is going to be, but I'm just going for it. So I hope it's okay. Mushrooms I'm going to do in a chestnut colour, because they're chestnut mushrooms. Ha ha! No, they're not. Here it is, chestnut. It's a cobra. Nice and sharp, that's better. So with this mushroom I'm going to make it darker at the bottom and then fade it up to the tip so it's lighter up there. And then do the same with all of them. I would often do more than one colour, but I think this will be fine because it's so small. Sorry, concentrating and not thinking about what I'm saying. And I'm going to use a dark colour. I'm going to grab the dark chocolate, any dark brown, to just do a little bit of shadow underneath those circular pieces. Here we go, dark chocolate. So under here, and this one, but on them I want a bit of colour. I'm going to go back to my brown fog and just put a bit in the middle of each one, like that, or else it looks like I haven't bothered. Right, we're going to move down, and we have, I'm not going to do that butterfly, but we have these bottles. Now I'm thinking I buy this water, or buy this purple fish, maybe I'll do them sort of pinkish. Yeah, I'm going to do sort of muted pink. Sounds odd. It is odd. I'm going to use the bruise, which I'm trying to find. Is that it? Yeah. And for one of them, here it is. It's sort of a grey purple, which is hard to see. Oh, there you go. Bruise. Looks a bit like blush if you can't read. Right, so this one. So I'm going to put more here on the edge and then fade towards the middle. Same on this side and down here. Put it in there and the same on the lid. And I'm going to use this really faintly on the label of that one. Okay, so that's our bruise, and then I'm going to use the lavender. I can't find it. Oh, there it is. It's in slightly the wrong place. Don't know. They're not in my order, a swatch chart order. So I'm going to put a tiny bit on here. With a tiny bit more on there. And then on this one we'll go darker. You could do a few different colours, but maybe I'm just being a bit lazy, but I quite like them being quite similar. There are bottles. Now we've got a set of florals here. We had peach saffrony florals before. I am thinking we could go with similar veins. So I'm thinking maybe a light rust this time. that one? Yeah, it's a little bit orangey. I think it'll work. Oh, it's far too fat though. Give you sharpen. There we go. I'm not going to go too hard because I don't want it to look really, really orangey. But I do want there to be a pop of colour. Oh, we haven't done Mr. Spider. Now I've just noticed that on the bit above here we've got two sets of flowers and they look the same. I probably do them all the same. There we go. Now our toadstools mushrooms need to be a bit redder, I think. Dragon breath, I think. Is that one? Yeah. Give them a bit of a sharpen. Last time I started with the stem. This time I'm starting with the dragon breath. So a bit darker on the bottom. And then less layers as we go up. Like that. Let's try just a bit more layering on the bottom. And then this one. Same again, more layers on the bottom, less as we go up. Now I'm not going to make these circles look as three-dimensional as I did on the other one because they aren't standing outside of the edge of the mushroom. So I'm not going to. I'm going to look for a grey though to do our base. We'll do a more, yeah, let's use the greythorn. It's a really nice grey. I use it a lot for silver actually. But I'm going to try and make it these a little bit dark on the edges. I'm going to need it a bit sharper than that though. To do this one. And then we'll put a bit of that in here as well. I don't know why I leave a bit of white, but I know, it seems to work. Okay, now we have these tulips, just about get them all in shot. I think I need another orangey type colour. Just trying to turn my pencil case to the right page. I am thinking maybe the candy or the peach. That's honeycomb. Where's that? I'm just trying to find things on my swatch chart. Yeah, let's just go toadstool. I know we're doing flowers, but I think this is the right colour. I'm just going to pop this page of my book underneath my pencil case. Sorry for that noise. There we go. My pencil case turned over some of the sections. There we go. Right. So darker at the bottom, lighter at the top, I think. Now I'm trying to look at these mushrooms while I'm doing these, working out whether these ones here are the same as the ones up there. I think they are. You can't see them in my shop, but if you're colouring along or you've got the book, to have a look. Now these are definitely different though, so let's do those. They're right off the end, and we need a sort of reddish colour. I think I'm going to go for the rattlesnake for this one. There it is. I'll just give it a sharpen. They're quite narrow, aren't they? Oh, put it in the wrong hole of my sharpener and then wonder why it doesn't work. So, rattlesnake. Trying to go a little bit darker at the bottom and further up. There we go. Little dots. I just go quite light. This is the light grey. I still haven't done the spider, I've just realised. Light grey. That broke. But never mind. Now, mushrooms. I could go rusty. I think that's what I'm going to do. Where is it? Is it that one? Yeah. It's a sort of browny red. I think it will work nicely. Here we go. Oh, rusty. So the end snapped off in my sharpener. That's not good. Let's try that again. That's better. So like the others, darker at the bottom and then lighter as we go up. Nice and straightforward, really. There we go. Looks a bit like butterscotch, I think. Maybe these are slightly different, but do you remember butterscotch? No, or is it more like apple cider ice lollies? Do you remember having those cider ice lollies? I don't know why I used to eat them. I didn't like ice lollies, but it was a bit less messy than ice cream. I wasn't a big fan of ice cream either. It's just apparently a nice treat to go and get them, but now I wouldn't bother. Even in the hottest of weather, I might have an ice cream if it was really, really, really hot and be tempted to. I wouldn't have one. Well, being lactose intolerant makes it quite tricky, but and not wanting to have the sugar. Apart from that, lovely. Now the white dots on these, I am going to use. What have we got hanging around here? Gunmetal. Yeah, that'll do nicely. So these I've got the tiniest stem, which I'm going to do in this as well. And actually I think I'm going to do the underside in it. Keep it all quite samey. Need to make sure you can see that there's some grey on there, because the white paper, we want a bit of a contrast with the white paper. Right, I am going a bit fast, aren't I? There we go. Now I'm going to go and do Mr. Spider quickly. I'm going to do him in black, I think. What's this? No, that's not black. It's my black. There it is. Oh. Black Widow. There he is. Now I know I haven't done the butterflies. I'm going to do those later, but I just felt that there was such a risk that I might forget to do the spider. We're going to do this drawbridge or bridge, and then I'll move up so we can see the castle, but I think we'll just do this separately in mud. I just felt that if we do that first, then we don't have to zoom out so much. Just do the castle. It looks to me like the edges of the steps should be a bit darker than the centres, just from the way they've been drawn. Of course, you wouldn't catch me on there. No way. There was £1 million in that castle. I don't think I would go up there. Anyway, let's move the book down so we can see the last little bit. Well, apart from the butterflies. So, how are we going to do this? Well, we've got all sorts of stones. We've got the roof. I think we'll do the roof in grey, and then we'll do the bricks in more brick colour. So I'm going to use the greys I haven't used yet to start with. Why not? So this is the dark grey, and I'm not going to do all the tiles the same. So I'm going to start at the top and then fade towards the base and do a few random tiles with this colour. And then we'll switch to a different colour. There we go. What have I got down here? I have got the medium grey now. Gosh, it's so murky. I'm outside. Just looked outside. Ooh, it's been pretty bad all day actually. Slightly drizzly, foggy, just generally a bit grey. Cold as well. Our last grey is going to be, what have we got? What's that? Yes, I think that will work out. The cobblestone, I think it's somewhere in between the two, to be honest, which will be good. Cobblestone. So again, a bit darker at the top, a few more layers, and less as you go down. I think Johanna used a mix of colours. Oh, what was it on her castle on the other picture? Not sure. There we go, 3 different colour tiles. I'm going to grab the charcoal, wherever that is. There it is. And do some of the areas that I want to be black. And then we'll look at the other 2 roofs as well. So here's the charcoal. I want this, the bits under here, look. And then this bit. And the whole of this sort of frame. Oops, we went out the lines there. Nobody noticed. Shh, just carry on. No one's watching. They say dance like nobody's watching, I colour like nobody's watching. Well, not quite. May I do talk to you? Right. Now I've got the other roofs to do, and I'm actually going to grab the dark grey to do those. So the edge of this one, sort of fade it in a bit towards the centre. I'd forgotten this was so light. You know, the name dark grey fooled me. But it'll be fine. Now the bricks. We've used a few brickish colours, but what have we got? We've got a, yeah, that'll work. We just got to find them. Where are those colours? No, I think it's there. Yeah, brown brick. I've got to sharpen it. Oh, I've missed a window. Why didn't you say? It's the egg yolk. Now we're going to do our bricks a bit like we did our roof, so we're going to use a mix of colour. Trying to let you see that's brown brick. Oh, it's tricky. Right, so we're going to go around the edge of our brick and then try and make the inside a bit lighter. Like that. And we're going to choose a few random ones. Carefully chosen randomly. Like this. Really thought about what other colours I'm going to use. I don't want them to be the same as the mushroom colours. We're sort of going on that ilk there, aren't we? So that's the brown brick. We'll go with the castle. Have we used that yet? Yeah. Okay, we'll go with the stink bug then instead. No, this is foxy brown. I'm talking all sorts of nonsense. This will do. I need to sharpen it though. I'm struggling. There we go. So put a couple of them together here just to make it look a bit more random. And I want a slightly lighter one than that. Will the stink bug work? No, I think the saddle or the dark tan will be better. Let's grab the saddle. Ooh. Oh, it's very dim, isn't it? Saddle. Now I'm sort of assuming, I don't know if we, yeah, actually, yeah, I'm trying to work out how to colour that top bit. I think I figured it out. Let's get this bit done first. So again, around the edge, a bit darker than the centre. And then I'm going to colour all the little rendered bits in this lighter colour. I decided that I wanted to do all the rest of the buildings in the lightest colour, and the chimneys. That one's got two colours. I'll come back to that. This chimney looks a bit different, but I think we'll just use this colour anyway. I'm just going to try and make this look a bit darker on the edge because it looks like a round tower. Right, this chimney, I think I'm going to do stripe. So I'll do a bit of this. And a bit of this one, the foxy brown. And I use the foxy brown for this bit. And this. Just put that bit in. Okay, so the lamp, I want a grey. I'm just going to grab the cobblestone, I think, to do the bit that this bit here and this bit here. And then we've got a bit of light. I'm thinking we used the egg yolk, didn't we? Really bright light. So we use a slightly lighter yellow. This is the sunburst. And I'm going to use it everywhere in this little section. Like that. But in here I'm going to layer it more. Oh, I can hear my heating coming on. That's nice. Now we've got to do the door and the path. The path, I think, just a sort of general brown. I'm actually going to try the brown fog and see whether that's dark enough. It might be a bit too pale. I think it's okay actually. But the door, thinking maybe a red, nothing too brash. The bloodshot might work. Here it is. I'm not going to plaster it on. I'm just going to, you can't see, there you go. But just put it on quite gently. We want it to stand out. We want it to stand out as a colour that's a bit brighter than the wall and that matches our sort of colour scheme without being too mad. Now what I'm going to do with that is go over the top of it now with the brown fog, and that will burnish it but slightly dull it down and get rid of the white paper without making it go really, really bright. And the handle's painted the same colour as the door. I've done that a bit lately. Now we've got 3 butterflies. There they are. Now, bodies are brownish grey. Charcoal will do. We've used already. Got to find it though. No, I'm going to use the spider web because I can't find it unless it's... No, there it is. Charcoal. Small. And just block them in really. I would tempted to do a bit more with them, but it's they're not that big, particularly not the ones on the right. Oh, got wobbly lead. Now I'm going to do these butterflies all similarly, and I'm going to start with the storm blue. And I'm quite far away from you, so notice what I'm doing. I'm going to put a really dark bit in near the body and then gently fade it out to the edge of the wing like that. I'm going to do the same on all of them. I can do all 3 the same, just because I think it will tie it all together better. But you don't have to do them the same. Now I'm not going to do the tip skye though, so it's not going to look like, they're not going to look like the water. I want to use them to sort of tie it all together. I think I'm going to have to use a colour that we haven't used yet. Just concentrating. Sorry. Yes, I'm going to use the pine. I'll find it though. Is that it? Yeah, the pine. And you need it to be quite sharp. Now start with your pine on the outside edge and then bring it into the blue. Now, background. No, I've decided not to because I think anything I do will interfere with what I've done on the edges of my picture, like the butterflies or the toadstools, where some of them have got pale middles and things like that. I don't think I can, I think I'll ruin them, so I'm not, like, you know, if I use a soft pastel, and I'm not going to be doing a pencil background for sure. So this is probably going to be it. What you could do if you want is grab your charcoal and put in a little bit of shadow across parts of the picture. So I'm going to put in a little bit here along the edge of our building, for example, to make it look a little bit more three-dimensional there, as if the tower is just standing a little bit forward of the buildings, and a little bit under the top of it there, a bit under the roofs. Like that. Yeah, you could do a bit under the bushes here. Now, not pressing really hard. It's supposed to just be a little bit of shadow, not a huge black line. You've got a black line there already. But it's up to you if you have a go and just do a bit of this. I think I'm going to stop there. I'm not actually going to do much more. I don't think it really needs it. So I'm going to come out and show you the whole thing. The water is looking quite fluorescent, isn't it? But yeah, I'm going to stop there. So thank you for watching. I hope that's been useful for you and inspired you to do your own and enter in the competition. Good luck to everyone that enters. I pity we can't all win, but yeah, I hope the most deserving person wins. I'm just going to brush off my page. I've got a little bit. There we go. And take this away. You can see it against the desk. It's very wonky. There we go. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hope that you have a really super day and happy colouring.